What happens when everything seems to fall apart and it's one of those days that nothing goes well, everything goes wrong, and you start finding yourself complaining about everything? There are a lot of things happening, and probably this has not started just right now, but maybe it went under your radar, all the situation, and you haven't paid enough attention of what that might mean. First of all, when you start realizing that it's a day where everything goes wrong and you complain about a lot of things, the best thing to do is take some distance, make some space for yourself, and start using the SOS self-care system. SOS self-care system, that's what I say when I explain to my clients that they need to take care of themselves immediately, because they need to, there is something that could provoke an imbalance into their life and their creative energy and the way they express their goal setting, that's not going to help them. On the contrary, it's going to create a vicious cycle of negative behavior, of negativity, and actually of producing probably bad decision making. Maybe at that time, because of their fatigue, or all this feeling emotional turmoil, they are more prone to accidents. So we need to stop this vicious cycle. How will you do that? Well, take a break. Here, the first objection I've heard, and I'm listening very clearly, especially probably right now you say the same thing, is I cannot take a break, I don't have time to take a break. Well, if you're complaining about things that they're going wrong, probably that means it's actually necessary right now to take a break. You're not going far with all this complaining. You're not going to make good decisions. You will keep making erroneous actions, and these actions will provoke more anger for you, more negative emotion, more nervousness, which will accentuate all these phenomena and will make them even bigger. And again, oops, you are inside this negative loop, and you will not going to resolve it. Thank God some people actually reach the night and they understand that the limit here is I need to sleep, and probably sometimes sleep is the only solution for them to stop repeating this vicious cycle. But you don't expect yourself to go there. Expect the night to come, and before that spend hours and hours of overworking yourself, and also at the same time keep complaining. I've had a lot of my clients during a session, they start the session by complaining, and I let them do that because it's a way of diffusing themselves. And they complain, and they start talking, and you can understand from their complaints that the complaining is just nagging at the time. There is something else behind it. The reasons that they start complaining are a lot. Some of them is because of their effort to achieve something. They have a burnout. They are very overworked, and they didn't provide for themselves a rest, a leisure time, something to recompensate from this extreme fatigue for not just today, not just the day that they're complaining, but for a long time. And they have forgotten that they are human beings, and human beings have physical limitations, and they have forgotten that you need to provide for yourself some self-care. It's important, otherwise yourself, your physical entity, is not going to help you for long term. So one thing is fatigue. The second one is sometimes, especially in the beginning when you start building a goal, the results are not evident. You put a lot of effort, you work a lot, but the first results are not so evident. You have to keep having faith in your goal, like when you just sow some seeds on the prairie, and you just expect in the garden, you just expect them to grow. There are days and days and days that they pass by, and you don't see the plants getting bigger and bigger, but you have to keep the faith that the seeds are there, and they start growing little by little until you can actually see the results. So when you combine a lot of fatigue, a lot of effort, and no obvious results, sometimes this can provide you with frustration. So there, you need more and more self-care for yourself. You need to provide for yourself self-care, love for yourself, provide leisure time just to take your mind out from the expectation, not from the actual goal, but from the expectation. I'm expecting right now to have the certain results. Otherwise, I think things are not going well. You will understand if things are not going well. You're not an idiot. You know that you have a plan. You know that you have the goal setting. You know that you have the blueprint and you have expertise. And at the same time, there are people there working with you. You can ask them, you can see, and you can understand where is the difference of having no results because I am expecting them too early, or I have no results because there aren't any results. The program so far, the goal so far hasn't been successful and we need to adapt it. You can understand those things, and these things have to do with your judgment, and you will know it. But when you feel that you are nagging, when you feel that it's a day of complaint, take a break. Take a long break, take a long walk, go to the nature, take a rest, provide for yourself, go to the spa, do something about yourself, play your music if you like playing the music, do things that you really like, and they give you the energy to keep moving forward. Otherwise, you will keep producing the same negative behavior day after day after day, and actually, you will guarantee yourself a total burnout. A physical burnout, a mental and psychological burnout, an intellectual burnout, and those conditions, of course, will never help you reach your goals. So, if you feel that this is one of those days, take care of yourself. And if you want to protect yourself from easily returning to these situations, you can always ask the advice of a coach to create with you a program that will help you control your different performances, help you fastly understand when you have a lot of fatigue, fastly understand if you need more hours for yourself, fastly understand that you need to take care of yourself more often than you do. So you can always ask your success coach to help you with that system and create a system personalized for you to protect yourself from these bad negative days that everything goes wrong and you keep complaining. And also you can claim your free coaching session with your coach Panagiota right now. Here, click below the link and get instant access for your own time slot, because it is really, really important to protect yourself from those dark days. You don't need them in your goal setting. You can avoid them for sure. And that would be much, much better for you, your performance, and your goals growth.